Big night for Atlanta United 2 in the suburbs of Atlanta. They get to act the spoiler as Ottawa Fury come to town in their playoff chase in the East. The USL Championship on ESPN Plus is next. Time for a little action at the Fraction in the suburbs of Atlanta at Fifth Third Bank Stadium in Kennesaw. It's the USL Championship on ESPN Plus. The hosts, Atlanta United 2 on Hispanic Heritage Night, come in with a record of 5-16-5. Ottawa Fury on their road trip come in with a record of 10-6-9. Alongside Jason Longshore, I am John Nelson. Thanks for accessing us however you are doing so, large device or small. And Jason, for the Fury, their roadie continues.
This is game 2 of 3 on the road. They lost to St. Louis last Wednesday. They head to Indy next Wednesday. They've lost back-to-back matches for the first time this season.
You see where they are right there in 8th, 4 points behind Lou City, 3 points above Birmingham Legion. We got to see them here midweek in Kennesaw. Atlanta United 2 in 16th. And for the visitors, the captain shall lead them.
Carl Howarth made his 150th appearance for the club recently, scored a goal on the occasion. He's the team leader in goals. He's also the league leader in goals from set pieces.
On the flip side, spot shadow for the home team, someone who has definitely earned his stripes this season.
Luis Fernando is a player who has grabbed our attention from day one. His hard work, his versatility. He's played a variety of roles for Atlanta United too. Earned himself a Major League Soccer contract. He'll have to have a big night tonight against Ottawa.
When we come back, we'll set you up for the first half of the tale. First 45 minutes, 18s, 11s, coaches, and kick. It's the USL Championship, Atlanta United 2 and Ottawa. Around the corner, stick and stay. We'll be right back.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
Welcome back to Kennesaw. We'll get you ready here for the first 45 minutes with Ottawa Fury and Atlanta United 2. Jason Longshore, I am John Nelson. We'll be here with you for the match tonight. And Jason, when you look at the lineups, let's start with the folks who have made a long trip in their starting 11. What do you see?
Haji Berry with 1 goal for Ottawa this season. Isn't the full story of his 2019. He started the season in Israel, scored 3 goals there in 14 matches. A player that is well known to the technical staff. Look for Tissot and Dixon also to get forward as much as possible.
All right, the other folks, the home folks, when you see Atlanta United 2's lineup tonight, what do you see? We see a lot of familiar first-team faces.
The big question is always, what will the shape end up settling into? Will it be a 4-4-2 as we see here? Will it shift to a 4-3-3 as we've seen the twos play quite a bit lately? Or will it be more of the 3-5-2 that Frank DeBoer and the first team have played more often than not?
We'll take a peek at the lineups there. That's what it's going to look like. And we've got our coaches with Stephen Glass on one side, Nikola Popovich on the other. There's Glassy right there. He's got a big task in front of him with the mixed lineup tonight.
Yeah, it's always a challenge when you're incorporating players like Kevin Kratz and Mo Adams and Mike Ambrose who don't have as much time training with the core of the squad.
And there's Coach Popovich for Ottawa. 3 games, 3 cities, 8 days.
Popovich was instrumental in bringing Barry in. They were both at Swope Park Rangers last season and had a lot of success together.
The man in the middle tonight, Kevin Broadley. Your assistants, Brian Marshall and Kyle Johnston. Your 4th official is Jacob Aulas. So those will be the guys that we'll be paying attention to when it comes to whistles and flags tonight and how much time we will have on the clock. When it comes to the game itself, we'll get to your keys here in just a sec as we get ready for the first 45 minutes. Ottawa in their white kits and Atlanta United 2 in their dark. And we are underway from Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Ottawa is going to be going from left to right as you're viewing here in the first 45 minutes. And in the second 45, they'll flip things around. Keys to the match really quickly. We got a break from Andrew Carlton and a chip and a goal!
We'll come back to those keys
Let's
in a minute.
come back to the keys. Whatever they were, they're fantastic because Andrew Carlton is on the board 17 seconds in, and the Fury are instantly on their heels.
Andrew Carlton with a moment of quality that we've been looking to see more of this season. Wonderful ball in down the left side, and Carlton gets loose and pulls off just something special there, beating Callum Irving. What a goal for young Andrew Carlton.
I've got an idea. I'm just going to chip it, and it goes to the opposite side. 1-0 Atlanta United 2 before we could even get started really up here.
Absolute golazo from Carlton.
Attaboy.
Well, one of the keys was speed of sound.
There you
want to
go.
get off to a good start.
All right.
They did.
I'll take your word for it. There's your keys.
Not much Southern hospitality from Andrew Carlton at the beginning. This game could get a little physical. If you know the Ludacris song about throwing in bows, then you might need to do that today. For Ottawa, it's game 2 on the road. It's kind of difficult when you get out into this stretch of games for a team like the Fury, and this is not the start that they were looking for. They've got to find some goals. They've been shut out in 6 of the last 8 across all competitions.
Last time these two teams met early on in the season, Ottawa won up at TD Place by the score of 2-0, and here's a chance for Ottawa coming back the other way. We'll try to settle things down here a little bit, go all the way to the back line. And work their way around the horn, Robert Boscovich, and he'll go back to Callum Irving. Didn't have the chance to catch his breath, get settled, and get everything orchestrated, figure out where he was going to hide the water bottle. It's 1-0 for Atlanta United 2. Luis Fernando defending, nicely done there. Deflected off of him. It's going to be a deep throw in the attacking third for the Fury.
And we're already seeing Jamar Dixon push forward a good bit down the right side for the Fury.
Howarth sends it into the area, headed out by Lawrence Wyke. Volley was thought. Sending it back out, big left boot, misses everything. First opportunity there for Maxime Tissot. It's wide, and it's going to be a goal kick for Atlanta United 2. The Bytown Boys SC, they're watching tonight from the Senate Tavern on Bank. Thanks for hanging out with us on ESPN Plus, back home watching your Fury.
Not happy about that start.
Now having to do things quickly, down 1-0. Let's see how things might change when it comes to the ideas they had that just got crumpled up and put in the trash bin after the first half minute, as we're now here coming up on the halfway point of minute number 4. Good way to keep from Andrew Carlton, Amir Bashti.
Bashti's second appearance for Atlanta United 2, looking to provide some life.
Went top shelf, but Callum Irving was there.
Bashti, that's one of those where you're looking to cross, but you mishit it, and it turns into a shot. If it finds the back of the net, you say you meant it the whole way.
Exactly. Meant to shoot, meant to call bank. Choice D, all the above. It goes in. I meant to do that. That's what that was.
Good defending from Mo Adams.
Here comes Atlanta United 2. Andrew Carlton. Nice touch to Boschti in the middle. He's got space. Where does he go? Opts to go to his left. Luis Fernando. Okonkwo over him. And it's going to be a goal kick for Ottawa.
Good work from Boschti down the middle. Okonkwo was offside, could not play him. He keeps the play going by playing Luis Fernando. Final ball from Luis, not quite there.
So Callum Irving will pick it up and set it back down. And as he addresses that particular ball, Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world since 1947. Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit SelectSportAmerica.com. Headed out on the joust. It's going to stick with Ottawa, approaching the attacking third. They're going to work it around. There's Boskovic again. All the way back to Irving. You see Okonkwo and you see Andrew Carlton chasing. Trying to launch it over the top and go along with it. Headed down nicely. Fury trying to work their possession here, middle third. But back to defend. Well done there by Mikey Ambrose. All the way back to Alec Can getting the start tonight.
Mo Adams got a head on that in the build-up as well. Ottawa starting to string some passes together. Atlanta needs to get their foot on the ball and regain control.
Gagnon Lapare. Tissot. Looking to drive on Metcalf. Comes to the middle. He'll drop it back. Oliveira. Trying to get it underneath was Luis Fernando. And a foul is called. Whistle is blown there by Kevin Broadley. So it's going to be set piece for Ottawa from about 35.
Luis Fernando just a little late as he chased it down. Might have grabbed the player as well to lead to the whistle.
Andrew Carlton kind of hanging out. Here's another look.
Luis Fernando kind of grabs at him there as Dixon tries to break away. It's enough for the foul.
Carlton right on the line of the magic spray. Let's see what Howarth has in mind here. But not before discussions from Broadley with folks in the wall at the top of the area. Conversation directed at Volfall and Luis Fernando, taken out nicely there by Wesley Dacus with the left.
Boskovic was right there for Ottawa, just missed him.
Andrew Carlton, big switches there. Can Metcalf track it down? Yes.
Beautiful ball from Carlton.
Metcalf will drift it back to Lawrence Wyke. There's Mo Adams.
So far, this is the Andrew Carlton that we saw in Hartford, where he was dominating that match until an act of petulance. He catches a red card for a late kick. Up to that point, Carlton was the man of the match, best player on the field.
Halfway through minute number 8, Wesley Dacus will go all the way back to Alec Can. Wyke will come back for it, as will Mikey Ambrose. Can will deposit to his left. Ambrose with the chip. Got to get it to the next level. Luis Fernando can't quite hang on to it. They're going to call a foul.
A little bit of a late whistle. Luis Fernando was cutting inside, was clipped. We'll get another look at this in just a second as Luis Fernando gets to his feet.
Fall was called on that one. Let's take a peek.
He eluded Dixon, but Volfall came in with the boots up pretty high, catches him with studs. Easy decision for Broadley.
Mo Adams working his way out of trouble nicely there as Oliveira was chasing. Dacus, Ambrose in support. He'll come up the middle. Kratz to AC. Back to Dacus again. Switches there for Metcalf. Boschti in the middle. Gagnon Lapare on him. Drop back. Nice right, chested down Okonkwo. Carlton was looking for Bashti, but it's picked off. Carlton now in pursuit. Tissot gets rid of it, but it ends up back with Atlanta United 2, and they'll try it again.
Carlton is very direct tonight. Every chance he has to go forward, he's taking it.
Kratz and Dacus. Space is there to Metcalf. Nicely done. Goes switch the other way, and Luis Fernando will track it down. Looking to drive, step over. Edge of the area, back and forth with Bashti. Metcalf lurking. But the Fury will get there, try to get rid of it. Fall sends it back to Dixon, who will sweep it out with the right. It's going to be a throw in the middle third for Atlanta United 2, wasting no time.
So far, Atlanta United 2 doing a great job of spreading Ottawa out wide.
Andrew Carlton had a nice idea there, but it ended up hitting Ottawa first instead of Okonkwo. Broadley says last touch by Ottawa, quick throw in. Oh, Adams almost took too much time. Ends up going all the way back to Lawrence Wyke. Up and over to Metcalf. Over Haji Berry. Berry now in pursuit. Alec Can and Dacus. And the switch to Metcalf. A lot of room here.
Dacus created that space on the dribble, stepping up and evading the first line of pressure.
Bashti and Carlton. Mo Adams. Dacus up the middle. Kevin Kratz has Fernando. Finds him. Volfall was there. Drifts it to Kratz again. Back into the middle to Bashti. Kenyon Lapare was there as well, and he'll end up with it. He'll go all the way back to Callum Irving. He'll try to send it forward, but it ends up right in the boots of Metcalf. He'll send it into the area. Down goes Okonkwo. He wanted to whistle, nothing there from Broadley, so Ottawa will come back out with it beginning minute number 12.
Light contact with Okonkwo. He's not going to get that call. He has to get re-engaged.
Up in the air and falling underneath it to call the fair catch is Callum Irving. Atlanta United 2 just looking to send it direct as much as possible, and they're getting connections.
It's not wasteful, though.
No.
It's looking to go forward when it's on, but they're also doing a really good job of going left to right, right to left with big switches when those are on. The decision-making has been very strong tonight.
A lot of other action going on here in the USL Championship. We'll let you know some of the biggest news and notes coming up at the half. We'll also let you know what's going on here in the East as the playoff picture is bouncing up and down. There are like 2 groups north of the playoff bar right now.
We wondered what Atlanta United 2 would be looking like shape-wise tonight as we see it play out. Irving got a little caught there.
Wanted to reach for it with his hands, realized he was outside the area, had to calm it down and just got rid of it.
As we see Atlanta United 2 kind of develop tonight, it's a 3-5-2, but it's honestly very similar to what Frank de Boer's side plays, where it looks a little more like a 3-4-3 most of the time with Carlton and Bashti underneath Okonkwo. Metcalf is the right wing back, and Luis Fernando is the left wing back with Mikey Ambrose playing in the line of 3 with Dacus and Wyke.
There's Ambrose. Leaves it for Kratz. Will spin out of trouble and go back to Dacus.
Almost like a box of 4 in the midfield. Okonkwo up top and your wing backs out wide.
Nice control by Bashti. Sends it over Okonkwo. Tracking it down to let it go over the end line will be a goal kick for Ottawa.
That change in the typical shape we've seen Atlanta United 2, and I think it's thrown Ottawa for a loop in the early going.
Tune into ESPN 3 on September 11th at 10:30 Eastern for an electrifying edition of Wednesday Night Soccer. High-flying Phoenix Rising FC head to Vegas to meet the lights in an action-packed Western Conference showdown. See it all September 11th, 10:30 Eastern during Wednesday Night Soccer on ESPN 3. Irving. Well done there to keep it in. But now the back and forth ends up with a throw for Atlanta United 2 right at center line. Ottawa sagging a little bit, letting Dacus come up toward the middle third. Metcalf's available, and that's where he goes. Bashti thought about a turn, but getting there first was Haji Berry, so it'll be a throw for the Stripes, and they'll just reset, and it's Wyke, Dacus. Nice idea there.
Great touch from Kratz.
Mo Adams in the middle. He'll drift it back to Dacus, and they'll try it again.
Very smart from Atlanta as Ottawa tries to compress the field into about a 20-yard strip, go back and forth, draw Ottawa out, and create some openings.
Kratz out of trouble. Nicely done there, getting away from Kevin Oliveira. Adams looking for a passing partner, finds it in Mikey Ambrose. Let's see if this big switch is there. Getting there first was Ottawa. Haji Berry got the second ball and just swept out with the left. Long distance look there looking for Howarth. It was too much. It'll be a throw for the Stripes.
Even when those big switches don't necessarily find a teammate, they just open things up. And you saw Jack Metcalf realize he's not going to win the first ball, drop off and try to win the second. That's something Frank DeBoerside does really well, and now you're starting to see that transfer over to the twos.
Alec Can taken away from Mo Adams, and a chance. Oliveira sweeping tackle by Can. Gagnon Lapare is there. Vol Fall is deflected into the area, and the Stripes will come out with it.
Outstanding from Alec Can to bail Mo Adams out. We're going to take a look at that now. Adams caught in possession, really surprised at the end of it. That last boot up from Fall doesn't result in a foul, but Alec Can shuts down Kevin Oliveira.
Turning minute 17, 1-0 Atlanta United 2. The goal 17 seconds in, unofficially on my watch. Let's just say it was pretty quick when the match started.
Might have to check the stopwatch.
Up and over looking for Okonkwo, and he might get there first. He peels off, letting it go for Luis Fernando with space. Nicely done, defended by Jamar Dixon, but Fernando not giving up on it. He'll maintain possession.
That's the relentlessness from Luis Fernando that we've seen all season. Came in as a dribbler, a very attack-minded player. He's really rounded out his game well under Stephen Glass.
Carlton looking to give, flags up.
Bashti tried to time that right, looking for the ball just a little earlier. Love the movement off the ball from Amir Bashti in his first start with Atlanta United 2.
Fans, the USL unveiled its elite youth platform, USL Academy. It allows clubs at all levels across the USL to develop its local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including the USL Academy Cup. For more information, visit uslsoccer.com/academy. Irving sending it long. Oliveira was there. They're going to call a foul on Oliveira as he and Wesley Dacus went after it. Haji Berry looking to close on Lawrence Wyke. He does. Nicely done there to muscle off the ball. And it's going to be Vol Fall now for Ottawa.
Great strength from Haji Berry to push Wyke off of that.
Settled down. Fall looking to drive. Oliveira is there. Wyke almost gets it back from him. Nice slide tackle there. Sends it into space. And it looks like the whistle there. They're going to call the foul on Wyke. Urging everything to kind of calm down a little bit.
Little conversation with Andrew Carlton.
Quick restart for Ottawa. And too much on that pass from Boscovich as he was looking for Tissot. It goes over the touchline, so it's a throw and a turnover.
It's just a little sloppy from Ottawa in the early going.
Metcalf finds Carlton. Fall and Gagnon Lapare were there, and then back up with Ottawa. Work at the back with Chris Manella. He'll try to go over the top with it. Luis Fernando is there. As Dixon was pursuing. Last touch by Jamar Dixon, and it's going to be a throw for the Stripes deep in their own defensive third.
Ottawa steps up high, pressuring, trying to box Atlanta in.
Mo Adams will help out. There's your clearance. Okonkwo wins the joust. It ends up heading back to Boscovich and Maxime Tissot.
Those are the tricky ones. Okonkwo wins it, but to no one. Have to try to find a little different direction for that.
Tissot back and forth with Volfall. Oliveira. Tissot and Fall. Haji Berry was off to his left. Pressure from Mo Adams and a couple of other kids. Good spin there by Volfall to keep possession, losing Bashti. Nicely done by Bashti to defend. Now Can will get rid of it, but not entirely. Went right up the elevator shaft, and Tissot comes down with it.
Nice touch from Tissot to settle it, keep the play alive for Ottawa. Now they're going to try to draw Atlanta out a little bit.
Charlie Ward, center circle, to Gagnon Laparé. Kratz on him. Chance to go for Ottawa. Big drive wide. Alec Can looked like he had the angle covered. Ends up going wide. Goal kick here as we're in minute 21.
The captain, Haworth, 6th season with Ottawa as a pro. We'll take another look at that chance. He's got the opportunity. He's got the right boot to have that one. Doesn't catch it cleanly.
Can looking for Metcalf. Didn't quite have the angle right. It goes out, so Volfall with the throw for Ottawa. And the chance for the visitors to settle. Muscled off nicely there by Lawrence Wyke. It just ends up being a throw.
Atlanta very strong in the first 15 minutes. Ottawa starting to gain some control of this match.
Ward, Gagnon Laparé, up and over. And it's going to be a goal kick. Other action going on. We got one final on the board from Dillon Stadium in the East. Hartford Athletic puts 5 on Loudon. 5-1 final there. Hartford Athletic gets full points today. Ball drifts back to Can. Oliveira is chasing. Mikey Ambrose the outlet. Haworth was chasing him. Can with the left. Forward finds Metcalf. Good control there. Bashti. And back to the captain. Too much for Carlton. So Gagnon Laparé will track it down. And back to Charlie Ward. Fall and Boscovich and Ward again. Switching the attack, Gagnon Laparé. Okonkwo chasing, almost got it there. I'm going to say it was last touched by the Fury.
Good pressure from Patrick Okonkwo, working hard up top tonight.
All the way back to Alec Can. Bashti in the middle of things, but it's knocked away by Oliveira. Tissot is there.
Bad spot to give it away from Bashti.
Looking to release Haji Berry. Nicely defended there. Couldn't bring it in with the left inside the 6, but Oliveira has a chance. He stood up, and Bashti will clear.
Kratz closed Oliveira down quickly. Andrew Carlton just earns a foul and a likely yellow. Yes, it is to Boscovich. Those are the little elements of Andrew Carlton's game where he knows he's going to get hit. He knows Boscovich has already committed himself. He makes the play to draw the yellow card very late from Boscovich as Carlton touched the ball away from him. Those are things that we see Pity Martinez do consistently for Atlanta United. Andrew Carlton is in that role tonight as the second forward who has a lot of freedom. He can start picking up cards. Now Boscovich has to be really careful.
Volfall having a discussion with Kevin Broadley about it. Not satisfied with that start, so they're going to restart it because Haji Berry was apparently too close. Berry was at an approved distance that time, so Atlanta United restarts. Kratz and Dacus back and forth. Now Lawrence Wyke. A lot of mustard on that pass. Metcalf had it, lost it. Berry touched it last, so they're going to regain possession quick.
That's the confidence with Wyke and Metcalf, though, as they've built up this connection. Wyke knows that he can play that ball to Metcalf because Jack is one of the more technical players in this team. He can settle it and keep it.
Ambrose looking for a Okonkwo. Got kind of lost in the joust there. Wanting for a foul call, didn't get it, so Callum Irving will hang on.
Okonkwo has to be physical against Ottawa's center backs.
Kenyon Lapare released. Atlanta United 2's backline gets there first. Ambrose, Dacus, Wyke, Haji Berry chasing. And now Captain Jack. Nicely defended there by Vol Fall, but the pass errant by Haji Berry. Mo Adams intercepts back to Alec Can.
Poor decision from Wyke, but he's bailed out. Lawrence Wyke has played a little bit of everything for Atlanta United 2 this season. He's moved back to a center back spot that we haven't seen him in as much lately.
Big space for Ambrose. Bashti tried to go backwards with a sweep and ends up picked off, but it's going to be a throw, last touch by Ottawa. So usually, partner, I ask you at the quarter pole what you've seen in the first quarter of the match. So what have you seen in the first quarter?
Great start from Atlanta. Very decisive, very proactive. It's backed off a little bit as Ottawa started to gain some control of the match. Dacus, risky there, but it works. Carlton now in space.
Metcalf with room. Sends it into the area and almost a chance and cleared it in. Flag stays down, and it's 2-0 Atlanta United 2. Scrum inside the 6, and it's a goal for the Stripes. 2 goals in the first 27 minutes. Take another look.
As I was just saying, Atlanta needs to be more proactive and push forward. They do here. Carlton swings it out to Metcalf. Great ball in from Captain Jack to Bashti. His initial shot is saved by Callum Irving. Let's take another look at the service from Metcalf. Bashti inside of the right foot. Can't keep it out from Irving. He makes the save. It comes off a defender. Luis Fernando's there as well trying to get on the end of it. But it's Patrick Okonkwo with his first goal of the season.
.35 excited about that one. And the 2 guys at the top of the 4-4-2, as it was listed on the graphic at the beginning of the broadcast, have 1 on the board for each. Andrew Carlton in the first minute, Patrick Okonkwo just now, and it's 2-0 over Ottawa Fury.
Action en la fraction tonight. I knew that would get you.
You were setting me up for that one,
I was waiting on it. I was waiting on it.
Oh, I'm going to remind you of that one later. 2 goals on the board for Atlanta United 2 in the first 27 minutes.
When you get Kratz, when you get Mo Adams into this team, you just add a little bit of composure in the midfield. Even when it breaks down there, you're okay, you recover well. Coming back from an offside position, Kevin Oliveira. Kevin Oliveira's rights were at one time held by Atlanta United. Late in 2017, around the expansion draft time, there was a trade. His rights came to Atlanta United from Sporting Kansas City. Option wasn't picked up, and he signed with Ottawa for the 2018 season. Product of the Benfica Academy in Portugal.
Volfall almost gets that one. Bashti gets there to reclaim. Goes back to Dacus. Metcalf calling for it on the big switch. Instead, he says give it to Wyke, and that's what Dacus will do. Kratz, Metcalf, nice flick to Carlton. AC trying to spring Okonkwo, almost happened. Bashti gets involved. Boscovich is there, finally just to calm things down, gets it out the Volfall.
Those are the passes you want to see out of Andrew Carlton, though. Those are the ones that he narrowly missed it, nearly put Okonkwo in. And again, it's great work from Jack Metcalf in the build-up. A player that just doesn't get enough credit when we talk about the talent of some of the youngsters with Atlanta United 2. Jack Metcalf has played probably every position on the field during his Atlanta United 2 tenure.
Carlton trying to spring Okonkwo. They're going to call a push.
Metcalf is so good technically to be able to play out of tight spaces, to be able to deliver the types of passes that he has to from a central midfield position, from a right back role, from a right wing back role like we see tonight.
Manella thought he had a bit of a runway, closed up quickly. Back to Callum Irving, who just sends it out, so it'll be a throw for Luis Fernando near the center line here, halfway through minute 30. Fernando trying to turn, foul called. Oliveira got the whistle there as he was trying to get the ball away from Luis Fernando. Howarth chasing Dacus. He peeled off and went back and forth with Alec Can. Good turn there by Dacus to Metcalf. Up and over, Bashti looked and checked over his shoulder to see what kind of room he had. He thought he had possession. Ball follows there. Now he's jousting with Bashti, and they're going to call Bashti for the foul. Ward restarts. Center circle, Kenyon Lapare. And picked off nicely by Andrew Carlton. Here's a last look at what just went down.
A lot of hand fighting. Ball fall with the push at the end.
Camden Metcalf will settle it down. Not enough behind it. Getting there first was Oliveira. Haji Berry had the chance. Shot saved by Can.
Big tackle by Wyke initially, and now he gives away a corner. Let's take a look at the save from Can. The tackle from Wyke takes it back to Lapare. Left-footed blast that Alec Can has to get down for quick.
So let's see what Howarth has in mind from the corner as we turn minute 32. Kenyon Lapare in the area right next to Alec Can. Haji Berry looking to make a run. Boscovich and his height getting in there. Punch clear, Alec Can.
Both hands to it. Alec Can decisive. They're coming off his line.
Howarth, top of the box, headed down twice. Haji Berry had to let it go into the 6. What's going to happen here? Tried to turn Berry and big left boots. Kick save. Can. Chance cleared. Ottawa not done. Howarth tries to come in, set up with the right, deflected twice up into the air. Tissot. Oliveira with the right, misses upper 90, goal kick.
Kevin Oliveira did not miss by much. Didn't get the right to left bend to find the upper 90. I don't know what replays we're going to get out of the truck on that one. You've got about 6 or 7 different ones. Take your pick, guys. So many different things in that whole sequence. We go all the way back. Big save from Can. Just gets his body across in front of it. It's not textbook, but he keeps it out.
Kick save works no matter what.
And it just kept coming from Ottawa. Number of chances, deflections. It took little poke tackles from Wesley Dacus in the midst of everything. Kevin Kratz back defending deep. Atlanta dodges a bullet.
Dixon kept a Conquo from it. Last touch by Ottawa, so Luis Fernando is there as we turn minute 34. Frantic action inside the Atlanta area. Nothing comes of it for Ottawa. Down 2-0. Goals by Carlton and a Conquo in the first 27 minutes. Ambrose back to Dacus.
We're seeing Mo Adams get on the ball a little bit more like now. Not something he was really asked to do in Chicago as much. He played much more of a destroyer type of defensive midfield role. If you're going to play in an Atlanta United team, you have to be comfortable with the ball at your feet.
Can gets under it. Metcalf can't get there. Runs out of real estate, so it'll be a throw for Tissot for Ottawa.
Number of Ottawa players with Major League Soccer experience. Maxime Tissot is one of them.
Too much on that one, so it'll be a throw for the Stripes here in their third.
Tissot came out of the Montreal Impact Academy, turned pro with them, spent some time with DC United as well.
Gagnon Lapare gets their second, wipes out Bashti, so it's going to be called for a foul.
Gagnon Lapare also came out of the Impacts Academy. A lot of connections with different teammates on this Ottawa side. Played together at previous stops in their careers.
Lawrence White, a lot of room, through Kratz. Left it for Carlton, but through the deflection ends up with Luis Fernando.
Kratz with the redirect.
Luis Fernando tries to get it into the area. Dixon was there first. No Adams into the middle. He'll backtrack. Try to spin out of the double coverage. Give to Dacus. And Wyke. AC looking and finds Kevin Kratz.
Beautiful ball from Carlton.
Edge of the area cutback, but getting there first was Ottawa, but not giving up on it. Here's another chance, Jack Metcalf.
Smart from Metcalf. Okonkwo was trying to get into position. Metcalf didn't have any options to put in a cross.
Metcalf and Kratz. Bashti settles, leaves for Kratz, who's got an alley. Tissot got there to knock it out, so it's going to be a Creature Comforts corner kick, our first of the match.
Kevin Kratz calls Bashti off, says he wants to have a go at this one. Kratz finally healthy. He's had a lot of injuries this season. Long-term calf injury kept him out of Atlanta United MLS action. Keeps playing like this, he's going to contribute to the first team down the stretch.
Luis Fernando, the short outlet. Mikey Ambrose with the left. Back post. Getting there first was Boscovich, and they're going to call a foul.
Okonkwo with a push in the back. Broadley comes over to have a conversation with him as Okonkwo didn't know what he did.
Irving, Boscovich, Tissot. Swept with the left. Lawrence White will get there. You want to grab that?
Almost.
Quick reset for Ottawa. Nicely defended by White to kind of slow things down a little bit. Howarth wanted something, gets nothing. Boscovich will chest it down to Tissot, and they'll reset.
Boscovich, a player we saw last year with Toronto FC2. When they dropped down to USL League One, Boscovich was loaned to Ottawa to stay at this level. A defender that Toronto has some hopes for, could contribute to Toronto FC down the road.
Looks like the foul there on Kevin Kratz as Gagnon Lapare hit the deck. Charlie Ward, quick introduction there with Gagnon Lapare back and forth, and they'll sweep it right back to Manila. Kratz was chasing into the area. Dacus gets there first.
Great read from Wesley Dacus. This is the best match we've seen Dacus have in quite a while. Had a great start to the season. Hasn't seen the field quite as much lately with the emergence of George Campbell and Garrison Tubbs.
Volfall does. Oliveira, opportunity, down in the area, penalty. You hear what the fans are saying about what Carl Howarth did.
Pretty clear what the reaction was from the crowd. We'll take another look. Dacus baffled by the decision.
All right, let's see.
Howarth cuts back. There's absolutely nothing there. There's just absolutely nothing there.
He spins out, hits the turf. They call the PK.
No, he cuts back across. He knows exactly what he's doing. There is the possibly lightest of light touches. Incredible. And Andrew Carlton is letting Kevin Broadley hear about it. Volfall will take the penalty.
Let's see if 5 can bring Ottawa Fury alive here as we head toward minute 40. Alec can. Nope, 2-1. Valfall with the PK right at the 40th minute.
A little against the run of play. Very disappointing to see that penalty given. Valfall, well taken, gets Alec Can moving to his left. Slots it to the other side. Good finish from him. Broadly allowed Ottawa to go grab water at the bench. That's a new one. Held the kickoff for that. That's a new one. This is where Atlanta United 2 has to keep their heads. They're frustrated. They're not happy about the decision. They were angry about having to wait on the kickoff. They have to keep their heads here and continue to play at the level they started this match with.
Adams looking for Carlton. Picked off by Ward. There's Manella. Oliveira. Gagnon Lapare. Here comes Dixon into the area. Last touched by Atlanta United 2, so it's going to be another corner, another set piece opportunity for Ottawa.
Ottawa feeling it right now. They see an Atlanta team that's out of their heads a little bit. And this is a veteran-laden Ottawa team. Maxime Tissot going across to take this. Valfall and Haji Berry, both big targets for Tissot on this.
You see Boscovich trying to get into the area inside the 6. Confident Can, no one around him. A lot of space in the outlets there for AC.
Got a runner on the left in Luis Fernando.
He's going to send it to him. Can Fernando close the deal? Stop. Howarth back to defend nicely.
Great hustle from the Ottawa captain to get back. He gets a little fortunate as Luis Fernando with the head fake puts Howarth down in the slide, but then Luis Fernando can't pull the ball back. Tries to pull it back with the left foot. Howarth pops up and clears. Luis Fernando gets the defender on the ground, wants to pull it back and cut across to the right foot, unable to do it.
Fowler and Gagnon Lapare. Kratzel position for the quick restart. Ambrose back and forth with Mo Adams all the way over to Dacus. Chested down, bad pass. Howarth is there. Valfall wanted to set up the left, tried to step over himself. Lawrence Wyke touches it last, and another Ottawa Fury corner.
Nice 1v1 defending from Wyke, but you see the bad pass from Wesley Dacus. Still, that penalty in his head. Lost that confidence that he was playing with earlier.
Inside the 6, headed clear. Oliveira. Edge of the area. Wants to set up the left, chips it in. Boscovich got there first. Dixon wanted to turn. Can with the 2 mitts up, and he'll find Luis Fernando.
What a turn and shot from Dixon.
Tries to get a Conquo, but getting there first is Manella, and he'll just get rid of it for a throw in the attacking third.
The quality here from Jamar Dixon. Great delicate right foot, spins, turns, hits it hard. It's just right at Alacan.
Bashti flags up. Offside. As Okonkwo tried to get it at the edge of the area, not going to happen. Manella wants to start it.
Okonkwo jumped the gun just a little bit on his movement.
And Callum Irving had to fix a bit of a mess. He finds Boscovich. And Max Tissot. Picked off. Andrew Carlton has a Okonkwo. Wanted something to do. Found Bashti off the deflection. Trying to turn on Charlie Ward and Ganyan Lapare. Step over. Fernando. AC. Tried to turn. Foul.
Good to see Andrew Carlton get that call because so often this season he hasn't. Gets clipped from behind. Carlton knows the defender is coming in from behind him. Just draws the contact, take the hit, and it's a dangerous free kick here. It's savvy from a young player in Andrew Carlton, and again, it's good to see him get that call because too often this season we've seen it where he's drawing contact and not getting free kicks. And now on a match where you have Mikey Ambrose and Kevin Kratz, well, rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to hit this one.
Two weapons around it. Going to be Kratz, deflected off the wall, so it's going to be a Creature Comforts corner kick.
Ooh, skimmed off the wall. Kratz nearly had that one dialed up. 2 minutes of stoppage time indicated.
30 seconds into that. Ward and Howarth are there to defend short. Backing away, up and over. Fall will head clear. Nicely done there by Luis Fernando to get it all the way back to Dacus, maintain control. Not enough behind that one from Dacus, looking for Luis Fernando, so it'll be a throw. Middle third and a push.
Well, there was a lot that just happened in that. We'll see if we get another look at it. Ottawa players frustrated that the ball came out of the Atlanta technical area back onto the field. Had a little something to say. And some pushing and shoving afterwards. Fall in the middle of it.
Stephen Glass and Carl Howarth had words. They patted each other on the back after a little bit. Lower part of your screen.
The ball goes out back onto the field from the technical area. Comments made to Stephen Glass and Luis Fernando with the shove in the back of Carl Howarth.
Howarth talking to Glassy.
Because Howarth had a lot to say to Atlanta United 2's manager as he walked by.
A lot of discussion there.
Looks like a lot of discussion and nothing else is going to come of it. And
yeah.
It's just a throw for Ottawa.
Yeah. And we're in the north end of the 2 minutes that have been added. Jamar Dixon throws. Mikey Ambrose. Kevin Oliveira wanting a call, didn't get it.
Very awkward there from Oliveira, trying to cut around Ambrose.
Last touch by Ottawa, so Alec Cann's going to take his time. He doesn't need to take any more time because that'll do it for the first 45 minutes as Kevin Broadley blows his whistle. Very active start for Atlanta United 2 in the first 20 seconds. Andrew Carlton on the board. Patrick Okonkwo would follow, then a PK from Vol Fall after 40 minutes. And after the first 45, partner, it's 2-1. We'll catch you up on everything else going on around the USL when we come back. It's the USL Championship. Stripes up at the half. We'll be right back.
Strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Welcome back to Fifth Third. Got a mini game going on here at the interval. Atlanta United 2 with 2 goals to get things started. Ottawa comes back to get one of their own. Jason, entertaining first 45.
Yeah, great start for Atlanta United 2. Kind of fell apart a little bit as the half went on, but let's take a look at the action from around the league.
Right now, the stuff going on in the East, Pittsburgh and Lou City, they're scoreless in the 68th. You'd figure that would be a defensive, a bit of a defensive output with Bob Lilly in charge. Tampa with 2 on the board. Same time frame. They're leading Charlotte by the score of 2-0. Memphis and Swope Park, they're goalless, just underway in their first half hour. North Carolina over Bethlehem, that one's 3-1 as they approach the 70th. And the early final from the afternoon, Hartford knocking off Loudoun United by the score of 5-1. So you add that with the jumbled mess that's going on in the West with Austin and Colorado Springs, they're goalless as well. But there's been a lot going on, and there's going to be a lot coming your way. So let's take a peek at what is going to happen and what has happened, the best of, in the USL.
On top of the box, strikes it true, back of the net. Oh, what a finish, Bustamante.
The attempt at an amazing goal. Or maybe a goal of the year candidate from Rodrigo da Costa. Here we go again. Kadima! Oh, what a strike.
Has been in the 11. And there's an effort from distance with Irving off his line. And that's a goal for the highlight reel there.
Oberg there. Plua, shot, goal! Plua with the bicycle! Conrad Plua! Dillon goes for goal. Oh, what a strike from Justin Dillon! Now Gallardo for his brace tonight. Still Gallardo.
Nutmeg of St. Phil, what an opportunity for Joe Gallardo, a brace, and it's 4 goals for the Richmond Kickers. Mikey Rowe now. Rowe takes it on, and it's in! What a strike! And Tormenta! Very patient, here's Bermudez now back on his left foot, a curler for the top corner! Oh, what a goal! Bermudez!
Torre will shoot. He will score. Tavon Torre. Oh, something. Something's good. Oh my goodness. Lubin, what a save. Outstanding individual effort. They stand together.
game of the week for the USL Championship. But, Jason, let's spend a little bit of time in League One. And a lot of folks thought North Texas was going to run away with it, and they have to a certain degree. They've been at the top of the ladder for most of the season. But then you get past Lansing, who maxed out a lot of points, had a lot of games in hand. Now everybody's catching up. We'll get back to League One in just a second. News and notes around the league. Let's start with what's going on out west.
Yeah, the new stadium for Colorado Springs, the Switchbacks, are going to get a chance to host the NCAA Division II Championships coming up. That's a great feather in the cap of a new venue.
And also what's going on, we know the successes that have happened at the top in the West, but it's 2 versus 3 tonight.
Two teams that have really grown as the year has gone on. They haven't been at the top all season long. The story has been Phoenix, but Reno and Fresno are two teams that you have to look at as we get ready for the postseason.
That is a 10 o'clock matchup at Greater Nevada Field tonight. Then how about rescheduling your reschedules if you're Charleston?
I can't keep up with which one's the original schedule and which one's a reschedule at this point. Just weather playing havoc with the Charleston Battery schedule. They are going to get to play this weekend, but it's been pushed back till tomorrow.
That's the match with Indy 11, who's on a bit of a hot streak. We were talking about USL League One and just how jumbled it is. North Texas and Lansing, everyone's catching up to Lansing when it comes to the matches they've played, but below that, it is a race to the 3 and the 4.
Honestly, everyone but Orlando City B has a chance to make the postseason. We saw Tormenta jump out to a great start. They've cooled down. Forward Madison and Greenville Triumph are right now in the 3 and 4 spots with the live standings.
But you've got Chattanooga a point behind below the bar, Tormenta and Tucson 1 and 2 points back. It's going to be a race to the end in League One. That's going to be fun to watch. We can take a look at the stats here for the first 45 minutes. We'll show you what the numbers are, but what else do you see?
10 shots for Ottawa. It's very similar to what we saw with Birmingham, where Ottawa very good in transition, although Atlanta has the majority of the possession, not creating as much as they could with that much possession. And when they lose it, they're not recovering well to prevent Ottawa from creating opportunities.
And one of the things that you had mentioned in the first half, the switches that Atlanta United 2 is being able to pull off, not necessarily getting all of them all the time, but it's the intent behind it and the success that they've been having too.
Ottawa started to take that away as the half went on. They were really good at compressing the field and making it difficult for Atlanta United 2 to build. But by compressing the field also, when they were able to regain possession, they're able to get forward quickly.
All right, we come back. It is going to look at the first half highlights. How did we get to 2-1? We'll show you in video form. That's the beauty of this particular medium. When we come back, more stuff as the interval continues. Atlanta United 2 with the lead. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
I knew your name before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting, all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit piedmont.org/quickcare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, one stop to better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
Welcome back to Fifth Third here at the half. Halftime winding down. We got a couple things to do before we get you to the second 45 minutes and the second half of the tale with the Stripes up 2-1 here at halftime. Let's take a peek at how we actually got to 2-1, Jason.
Well, it started really quickly. We're trying to set up, keys to the match, give you a storyline.
No.
Just set the scene, and Andrew Carlton says, no, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to go ahead and start it now. Kevin Kratz with a great ball over the top with the outside of the right foot, and look at that finish.
Absolute class from AC to get on the board. I wanted to say it was 17 seconds.
Luis Fernando 1v1 creating opportunities. Jack Metcalf with great service in. Boschti with the first shot. Luis Fernando has a crack at it. Patrick Okonkwo cleans it up and finds the back of the net.
27 minutes in, and then kick, save, and beyond for Alec Cannon, the defense.
Kick save, deflection, poke tackle, everything you can imagine Atlanta United 2 could do to keep it out of the net.
Deflected in a kick save.
They did.
Unbelievable exchange there. And Atlanta United, there's the ride on by Jamar Dixon.
Still a great
on the
finish.
Great idea there.
Great turn from Jamar Dixon in the shot.
All right, so we know where we are right now. Ottawa, we mentioned at the beginning of it all, 3 games, 3 different cities, 8 days, and this is the midpoint of that.
St. Louis, then Atlanta, and then Indy. And Indy 11 has been as good at home as you can find in any league around the world. They're over 20 games unbeaten at home right now at Lucas Oil Stadium. Doesn't get any easier with Ottawa hosting Tampa Bay right after that. They do get an opportunity with a home match at Hartford. Against Hartford, they should be able to take care of. Then they have to go to North Carolina. Then Indy comes to visit.
Tough next 5 for the Fury as they are right now in the 8th. And then for the Stripes, this is the part of their homestand that ends, but it's an interesting run for them in the next 5.
Very difficult trip to Tampa Bay to face the Rowdies next weekend. Then a match with Charleston Battery that's a reschedule from earlier in the year. Indy 11 come to town, and then 2 very difficult matches on the road against 2 very physical defensive teams in St. Louis and Pittsburgh.
That's going to be what we're going to be hearing out over the next couple of weeks when it comes to Atlanta United 2. And for Ottawa Fury, it's been a really interesting 45 minutes. And you mentioned the whole idea about, having keys to the game and getting started and wanting to get everybody into the match itself. How about we talk to the keys to the match now to get ready for the second 45 since we have time?
So let's revisit the keys that we were barely able to visit to begin with. We wanted to see Atlanta United 2 get off to a fast start. They did that, check. The Southern hospitality part, if you've heard the Ludacris song and you hear Throw Them Bows, you knew this game could get a little physical. I think Ottawa has had the better of the physical challenges tonight. It's something Atlanta United 2 has to improve upon this season, especially with some of the matches they have coming up. From the Ottawa side, just dealing with the grind of being on the road, they've kind of found their way into this match. They've created opportunities. They've created more opportunities than Atlanta United 2, and they've adjusted as the night has gone on. The attack, though, the goal from Haworth, they are not scoring enough goals in their last 8 games. They've only scored in now 3 of their last 9. 6 clean sheets against them in the last 9 matches. That's just, for a team with Haworth, for a team with Haji Berry, for a team with the firepower they have, too many games with nothing to show for it.
And Haworth admitted that getting away from home, especially after what happened against Pittsburgh, might be a good thing, but, and I'm going to put that word in all capital letters, but, when it comes to what he has said, you're putting goals on the board and getting points, especially when you're fighting for your playoff life down around the 8 spot.
That match against Pittsburgh was shocking to see Ottawa come up with nothing out of it. We know Pittsburgh can be a good defensive team, but you never expect to see Pittsburgh put up a 4 spot on the scoreboard in Ottawa.
There we go. We get you ready for the second 45 minutes. As you're watching, Atlanta United 2 in their striped kits. They're going to be going from left to right. And Ottawa in their visiting whites, they're going to be going from right to left. Alongside Jason Longshore, I am John Nelson. Thanks for hanging out with us here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium tonight on Hispanic Heritage Night. Quick foul called there on Lawrence Wyke. And Acción et la Fracción, is that what you said in the first half?
Acción en la Fracción.
There you go. So that's where we are tonight at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Once again, thanks for hanging out with us. Large device or small here on ESPN+. And it's action here in the USL Championship with Ottawa and their long, compressed road trip. A lot of miles. And let's see what they can do with it here in the second 45 minutes. Can that PK give them that little boost of energy that they're looking for when it comes here to the second half?
Haji Berry unable to keep it. Final touch off of him. It'll be a throw for Atlanta. Things got a little heated between both teams late in the half. Let's see if that carries over into the final 45.
Chested down. Canyon Lapare ends up with it. Oliveira on the sprint. He's got Howarth available. Luis Fernando gets in the way, and it's booted clear.
Nice clearance from Mikey Ambrose at the end of it. Luis Fernando tracked back well. Primarily, Luis Fernando has been an attacking player in his career, but with Atlanta United, he's going to have some opportunities to play as a wingback as he is tonight.
Howarth. Luis Fernando is there. Mikey Ambrose is there defensively. Here's Jamar Dixon. We'll go back to Manella. And Gagnon Lapare was there. Kratz had to go for the slide tackle. Last touch by Ottawa, so AC will throw it. He'll yield to Luis Fernando. He'll send it back into Mikey Ambrose. When it comes to the first team players tonight, Jason, what are you looking for minutes-wise from them? Are you looking for 60s or 90s or what do you think?
That's the part that's hard to predict. You don't have a first-team match for another week, so they can go 90. But as Kevin Kratz and Mikey Ambrose, who've had some injuries this season, are they ready to go 90 at this point?
Gagnon Lapare looks to turn. Howarth to his right. Too much on the poke there. Luis Fernando ends up with it. Mikey Ambrose will try to clear the triangle with Kratz and Luis Fernando. Gets him out of a jam.
It's a little more reserved start from Atlanta United, too. We saw them very direct to begin with, and Andrew Carlton decides to go for that here.
Good sweep looking for Okonkwo. Manella got there first. Dixon and Okonkwo both trying to grab hands and keep each other from getting to the ball, but it's going to be touched last by Ottawa. Luis Fernando will throw it in back and forth with Carlton.
That was the physicality from Patrick Okonkwo that you need to see.
Looking for Okonkwo and Fernando. Flag is up, offside.
Patrick Okonkwo has a goal to his credit tonight, but Stephen Glass wants to see more of that hold-up play, wants to see him be more of that physical presence against Ottawa's center backs.
Irving sends it with the right, looking for Dixon. Fernando is there. He bodied up, last touch by Jamar, and it's going to be a throw for the Stripes. Dacus back to Alec Can. He came up big when he was challenged in the first 45 minutes. Up and over. Okonkwo will chest it down, colliding with Kratz. I got it, you take it. Ends up with Luis Fernando. Fernando with space. Manella looking to guard. Into the area, looking for Carlton all the way across and just getting rid of it. Was Maxime Tissot for a Creature Comforts corner. Andrew Carlton wasting no time.
No communication from Callum Irving. Maxime Tissot doesn't know what he has around him, just clears it over the end line. Mikey Ambrose going to come over and take this. It'll be an in-swinger with his left boot.
Quick work. Carlton looking to go on Howarth. It's to the end line, can't get it past him, so it's going to be a goal kick. Substitutions left on the bench for Atlanta United 2. Kevin Barajas, Guillermo Benitez, Dylan Castaneri, your second keeper. Jackson Conway, Jose Hernandez, Laurent Kisiadou, and Tyler Ruthven tonight.
A little extra shove at the end of that from Howarth. Andrew Carlton might have had something to say. Broadly went to speak to Carlton as opposed to Howarth, who shoved him after the ball's out of bounds.
Ambrose, Mo Adams. Mo Adams with room, wearing 12 tonight. Back and forth with Luis Fernando. Chip looking for Bashti, offside.
Bashti was looking for that ball a little bit earlier. Mo Adams hesitated to hit the chip. The chip was ultimately the right play from Mo Adams. It just took him too long to commit to it. Great run from Bashti off the ball.
You see Manella and Irving there. Andrew Carlton decided to come up and have them make a decision as to who was going to get there. Push from Howarth knocks Ambrose over after he wins the header. Charlie Ward over to Tissot. Najee Berry, Oliveira with room. Howarth, fall, launch with the right up and over the bar.
Not bad from Fall. He has a lot of space to hit that. Player spent last season with St. Louis, 2 seasons prior to that with the Rochester Rhinos. Gets his right foot into that one. A little too high.
Fans, you can continue to enjoy the USL on ESPN through the 2022 season. The USL is excited to announce the championship in League One will remain with the leader in sports for 3 more years. ESPN Plus will continue to be the home of all things USL, and at least 19 matches a year featured on the ESPN family of networks, including 9 games on ESPN Deportes. Continue to follow, support, and watch your club on ESPN and ESPN Plus.
Oliveira tries to chest it down and keep it. Can't keep his balance, but Ottawa regains possession.
Halfway through minute 52, Atlanta United 2, leading Ottawa 2-1. Goal by Andrew Carleton very early on, first 30 seconds of the match. Patrick Okonkwo with one in the 27th to give him a 2-0 lead. Nicely defended there by the Stripes, and out of it comes Kevin Kratz. Fernando Manella is there. What can Luis Fernando do? Step overs. Manella paying attention to where the ball is and not the fancy footwork that Luis Fernando's doing. Nicely done to keep it with Andrew Carleton. Manella, Gagnon Lapare. Carleton knocked over, but the Stripes will maintain possession out middle third.
Took too long to develop, both from Luis Fernando and Andrew Carleton. Ottawa able to close it down.
Back to Alec Can. Lawrence Wyke. Boscovich lets it go to Callum Irving. And Manila. For Ottawa on their bench, David Monsalve, the second keeper, Anwa Obasi, Thomas Mayuja-Guerre, Dakota Barnathan, Tiago Prote Mutambala, and Cam Shaw is your bench tonight.
A little bit of a question as to which manager will blink first and make a change.
And Gagnon Lapare called for climbing the ladder there, going over the top of Kevin Kratz.
He didn't think there was anything wrong with it.
No. The principle of verticality he thought that he had.
Thought he was playing leapfrog.
Yeah, really? Mo Adams. Kevin Kratz. Gagnon Lapare in pursuit. Captain Jack with space. Boschti center circles. Got AC and Mikey Ambrose overlap. Into the area looking for Okonkwo. Not there. Chested down Carleton. Gagnon Lapare was in pursuit. Nicely headed by Ambrose to Luis Fernando. Dixon on him. Thought about it in with the left. 2 fakes, drawing it back out to the elbow, and Carleton who'll launch with the right! Callum Irving, the big save.
Outstanding work down the left from Luis Fernando. Looks for the big cross. It's not there. He keeps his head and pulls it back to Andrew Carleton at the top of the 18. Carleton with just a little shimmy to pull it back to the right boot. Great curling effort that Callum Irving at full extension pushes wide.
And Irving is still feeling it here on this Creature Comforts corner kick, tagging out for the corner. Looks like it's going to be Mikey Ambrose with the left.
That one will knock the breath out of you because you're at full extension. You're landing with your ribs exposed. Great effort from Carleton.
Into the 6, headed clear, Boscovich. Good control there by Kratz. Give and go. Can Kratz get there first? No, Tissot does. Gets it in the air. Boscovich now settles.
Risky from Tissot, but Boscovich is able to clear.
And look at the tracking back by Captain Jack.
Look, he doesn't have Miles Robinson's closing speed, but Jack Metcalf is deceptively fast.
Not quite Ed Reed, but you'll take that on the back line. It's going to be a throw towards center line now. Maxime Tissot for Ottawa.
I don't know, Metcalf might be able to hit like Ed Reed.
Charlie Ward. Fall lets it go through. Nicely done. Tissot. Dacus intercepts.
Much better from Dacus there.
Metcalf looking to spring Okonkwo. He'll win it off the push. Chip to Kratz to maintain possession. Center circle, and Luis Fernando's available. Andrew Carleton gets there first.
Good work from Mo Adams in the build-up.
Looking to get Okonkwo, and Callum Irving gets there.
Good look from Andrew Carleton. Nice run from Patrick Okonkwo. Just slightly overhit from Carleton. Really impressed with Adams in the buildup, though. It's just something that he was never really tasked to do in Chicago. They didn't want him on the ball very much. If you're going to play that holding midfield in Atlanta, you have to be comfortable leading that break and letting your team get set up.
Bad idea to reset. Gagnon Lapare wanted the reset, and he didn't get a whole lot on it.
He's getting bailed out, too.
Because Carleton and Boschti had a 2-on-1 on Manella ready to go.
I'm not exactly sure if that was handled correctly.
Yeah. And we're going to do it again.
Third time.
And now everybody's back at a safe distance.
Interesting.
There's Manella and Charlie Ward. Fall. Boschti in pursuit. Nice body up there by Lawrence Wyke on Oliveira, and Boschti will intercept, but they're going to call a foul on Wyke there. It's going to be a set piece. Just outside of 30 for Ottawa here as we start minute 58.
Not sure if the foul was down at the feet. I think it was for the hand checking and the grab from Lawrence Wyke up high.
Let's take a peek.
Yeah, there's a shirt grab. That's what it was. Makes it easier to make the tackle with your feet if you grab the player's shirt. Pull him back.
Boschti and Carleton, two-man wall there. Howarth directing traffic at the top of the box. Barry, Boscovitz, fall. Where's it going to go? It's going to go to Alacan.
Can goes up strong, grabs it, brings it down. No bobble there.
Looking for the outlet, directing a little traffic. Rolls it in back and forth with Lawrence Wyke. Has to handle with his feet. Sent forward with the left. Nicely grabbed by Mikey Ambrose. Mo Adams, Kevin Kratz. Scoop, nicely done. Amir Boschti is there. He'll turn it inside on Manella. Has space. Gives to Carleton, top of the box. AC wants to wind up. Too many Ottawa players there, taken away nicely by Gagnon Lapare.
Great take from Boschti to lead to that opportunity. Carleton couldn't find the space for the shot, but Atlanta's getting another opportunity here.
Chip, Okonkwo over the bar.
Offside. Would have been offside. It's a great effort from Okonkwo. Mo Adams with a chip. Okonkwo landed awkwardly, and he's still down. Here's another look at the ball from Mo Adams. Okonkwo just a step off. He's got the left arm extended as he comes down. Very awkward landing from Patrick Okonkwo.
That left arm went out at full extension. And when you're landing almost in a Superman flight pose, that rotator gets pushed out. And so that shoulder blade's probably kind of feeling it a little bit right now. Physios are out. Let's take another peek. So there's the dive, and you see him trying to brace himself with that left arm as he's going down.
Immediately grabbed for it.
And so they're checking on it. Physios. Okonkwo's up on his feet, just kind of circling that rotator around just to get range of motion. Good to see.
Step off the field. See if he comes back into play or if he is eventually substituted. Callum Irving's been one of the better goalkeepers in the league this season. He's made some big saves here tonight, keeping Ottawa in it.
So has Alec Can to keep Ottawa off the board. Now, one sequence that we showed you at halftime that had practically every defensive move known to mankind, including a deflection kick save and a kick save. Good work by the local grad from Lakeside High School.
Okonkwo back in action now.
Boschti and Fall going after the ball, and it ends up the call against Boschti. Quick start by Ottawa. Dixon. Gagnon Lapare. returned. Looks to launch with the left. Gagnon Lapare sends it in back post. Nicely done there to defend Captain Jack. It'll be a corner as Maxime Tissot was the target.
Tissot was sneaking up behind Metcalf. No chance for Metcalf to do anything other than give away the corner.
Halfway through minute 62, Atlanta United 2 and Ottawa 1. This was the score at the break. It's been the score since the 40th minute. Fall trying to get it inside the area. Last touched by Metcalf. It'll be another corner. Howarth is there. He'll take it this time, and you see Boscovich, you see Haji Berry, you see Fall looking to make a last-minute run. Charlie Ward was there short. Metcalf was there to see him. Oliveira peeking back out now. Inside the 6, confident punch by Alacan. Oliveira wants to do something with it, changes it to his left, grounder easy pick.
Kevin Oliveira tries to beat Alacan at the near post. Strong goalkeeping from Alacan. Two different elements of the job. Both hands to the initial clearance and then good positioning on the near post. Doesn't give Oliveira an opportunity to beat him there.
Mo Adams maintains possession. Nicely done there. Mikey Ambrose with the left. Tried to get Okonkwo up and running up the middle. Couldn't quite get there. Picked off by Manella first. Last touch by Mikey Ambrose. Haji Berry the throw. Gagnon Lapare. Charlie Ward spins out of trouble from Andrew Carlton. There's Manella. Carlton in pursuit again. And a foul away from it. Looks like it was on AC.
There's a little bit of a reputation right now that works against Andrew Carlton in a situation like that. It's a foul that Ottawa still has possession. There's really nothing to it. And there's not a whole lot different than Carl Howarth pushing Carlton after the ball's over the line. And it's Carlton who gets talked to from the referee. A little unfair at times in the way he gets treated in this league.
Up and over Luis Fernando, past Jamar Dixon, so it'll be a throw deep in their defensive third for Atlanta United 2. Luis Fernando will be there. It's almost like a corner kick. Having to defend from your own corner. Volleyed out with the left. Fall settles. Back out center circle and Boscovich. Boscovich wants the idea that he tried with Dixon before. Forearm in the back of Luis Fernando, no call. It's going to stick with Ottawa. Fall with the throw.
Dixon, no chance to win that, goes into the back of Luis Fernando and affects the header and gets a throw out of it.
Gagnon Lapare, Dixon in return. 3 stripes kits there. Last touched by Atlanta United 2.
Dixon goes down after Luis Fernando clears it. Immediately grabbed his face. Not sure if it was an arm swinging from Luis Fernando that caught him or not.
All right, here's the end of the play.
It's not the boot. The boot doesn't go above the waist. It could have been the left hand. There wasn't a whole lot in it.
Nope.
And now we continue.
Center circle Boscovich. Turn minute 66. 2-1 Atlanta United 2. 3 striped kits there to take it away. Metcalf looking to get Okonkwo going.
There he was looking for the 1-2 as a target forward.
And Boscovich ends that run right there.
Okonkwo showing a little bit of savviness. There's not a lot of contact in that. He knows Boscovich is going to come across him. Yeah, he catches him on the ankle. Okonkwo knows he's going to get hit, draws the free kick. Atlanta gets to get out of their own half. Good lessons learned from the youngster.
Captain Jack keeps it in. Nicely done. Wants to send it into the area with the right, but right to Callum Irving.
At times, Atlanta United 2 struggles to get a lot of options inside the 18 on crosses. That time, there's only Okonkwo there, nobody else to get on the end of Metcalf's cross.
Ottawa looking to spring Oliveira, not happening. Dacus got in the way. Volfall won the joust. Gagnon Lapare is there. Looking for Howarth. He'll lay it off for Dixon instead. All the way back to Chris Manella. And he'll go all the way back to Callum Irving.
Looks like Jackson Conway will be checking in for Atlanta United 2.
And Boschti takes down Volfall. Whistle there.
Boschti late. Make sure that Volfall's not going to be able to turn. Easy foul call.
And here's your substitution. It's going to be the end of the night for Patrick Okonkwo. After 67 minutes, Jackson Conway will be the first sub. Brought in for Atlanta United 2 and Stephen Glass.
Lots of good things out of Okonkwo in his 6th start of the season. He gets his first goal following up that great opportunity on the cross from Metcalf. Good work off the ball as well. Needs to continue to show that physicality. He's got the size, he's got the strength. Doesn't always play like a player of his size. Jackson Conway, on the other hand, is a player who we've watched grow quite a bit over the last couple of years. He earned a professional contract coming into this year, and he is learning how to use his body.
Mo Adams. Nice control there to Boschti. All the way over to Luis Fernando. He'll take it down his channel. Gagnon Lapare chasing. Dixon chasing. Dixon won possession there. And Manella thought about shepherding to Callum Irving, and he had to get rid of it.
It's a little spark from Jackson Conway. Comes in with fresh legs. He's going to chase everything down. Makes it difficult for Irving. Excellent defending from Gagnon Lapare and Dixon on Luis Fernando. They just boxed him in against the touch line. Gave him no room to operate in.
Boschti dribbles out of trouble. Here's Metcalf. Volfall was there. And he'll get it off of the interception. Gagnon Lapare with room. Carlton on him. Charlie Ward. Jackson Conway. Back and forth. And a grab.
Boscovich kind of gets up and throws a little bit of a shoulder into Boschti, and Boschti gets the yellow card. Boschti prevented Ottawa from taking that free kick quickly, and he goes into the book.
One yellow card each. Remember, Boscovich got his yellow back in minute 23. A bit of a hip check there by Andrew Carlton will set up a set piece on the foul on Dixon.
Not sure if it's Carlton or Luis Fernando who gets that foul called against them. But this is an opportunity for Ottawa to get players forward, put a ball into the 18, see if they can win the physical battle.
Kevin Broadley asking Andrew Carlton to politely back up. Into the area, headed down and in. Goal for Ottawa Fury as we start minute 71. And it looks like Haji Berry on the board, and we're tied at 2s.
It's a set piece you don't want to give up if you're Atlanta United 2, not with the size of Ottawa. Haji Berry is the man who gets on the end of it, his second goal in an Ottawa kit. Let's look at how it all developed. Nice looping ball in and flicked on by Volfall. Tissot, first time back across to Haji Berry. Well-worked set piece from the Fury. And Ottawa's found an equalizer.
Prote Mutumbala now in, the first sub for Coach Popovich. He'll replace Jamar Dixon. So 27 in, 22 out after 70 minutes.
Ottawa goal
Each team with 2 subs left now. Let's see what happens here in the final 20 minutes. Jackson Conway led himself too far. Boscovich got in the way there, so it's going to be a throw in the attacking third for Atlanta United 2. Metcalf, Kratz. Sent in, right on and in! Callum Irving got both hands up, couldn't control it. Andrew Carlton was there to pick it up, put it in the back of the net. 3-2, only a minute after we're tied.
This goal's all created by Amir Bashti. Quick ball played into the 18 from Bashti out wide. Thought it might have taken a deflection, but he's going for goal the whole way. Callum Irving is caught off his line. He has to scramble back to keep it out. He can't hold it because he's falling into the goal. Andrew Carlton, head on a swivel, buries it. Second goal of the night for AC.
AC with a brace, 3-2 Atlanta United 2. This game has gone back and forth.
It looked like Bashti got his head up and saw Irving cheating off his line, leaning out looking for the cross, and Bashti just let it rip on goal.
And what we've seen in the very limited sample size from Amir Bashti, he's not afraid to do that.
He is not shy.
Alec Can will just clear that one here in minute 73 as we head toward minute 74. Tune into ESPN3 on September 11th, 10:30 Eastern for an electrifying edition of Wednesday Night Soccer. High-flying Phoenix Rising FC, who I think lost the last time back in the year 1826, head to Vegas to meet the Lights for a Western Conference showdown. See it all September 11th, 10:30 Eastern during Wednesday Night Soccer on ESPN3.
Good defensive work from Kevin Kratz initially. Cam plays it long. Conway can't win the duel. Boscovich does.
Howarth, Gagnon Lapare. Mutumbala, his first touches.
Mutumbala, another product of the Montreal Impact's Academy. Also played with Canada's youth national teams.
Kratz on Volfall. Oliveira and return. He'll launch with the right. At least I thought he was going to. Chipped. Oliveira wants a chance. Kick, save. Alec Can. Metcalf looking to dribble out of a jam. He does. Ottawa maintains possession, though, and the pressure. Gagnon Lapare wanted a call on Bashti. Didn't happen from Broadley, but the frenetic action continues. Wide. Gagnon Lapare thought about it. Tried to settle with the left, missed everything. Let's take another look at that exchange.
Alec Can at the near post. Kick, save, and a beauty. Left foot. Had a couple of those tonight. Fourth start with Atlanta United 2 this season. Alec Can has been called into service on multiple occasions.
Halfway through minute 75. So 15+ minutes to go here with Atlanta United 2. The Stripes up 3-2 over Ottawa Fury. A big game for them if they're going to try to close any distance between themselves and Lou City, who gained a point tonight in a goalless draw against Pittsburgh.
Conway and Boscovich battling.
Charlie Ward picks it off, settles things down just a little bit. Coming into tonight, Ottawa was in the 8th spot in the Eastern Conference. Had 3 points on Birmingham below them, 4 points needed to catch up with Lou City above them. So now Lou City has a 5-point advantage. Whistle there.
Conway brought down hard. Maxime Teyceau
is wondering what he did.
So is Popovich. Not happy with that call. Throw in from Metcalf to Conway. Teyceau just gets the boot up high. Doesn't make a lot of contact. He's also got his arms locked up as well.
Dacus. Luis Fernando, good tracking there to keep it in. Step overs trying to work the inline, sent in, up, and grabbed.
Conway tries to get to it on the back post. No chance with Callum Irving reading it the whole way.
So Irving will settle. Bring it forward a little bit. Oliveira. Charlie Ward, Vol fall. Bashti was on him. Working the near touch line. Ward. He's got Fall. He's also got Gagnon Lapare. Chipped over. Howarth looking into the area. Sent down and cleared. Luis Fernando and his speed will get there first.
Poor touch.
But Manella and Ward will work. Back to Callum Irving. Halfway through minute 78. Carleton with goals in the first minute and the 71st. Patrick Okonkwo got his in the 27th. PK for Volfall in the 40th. Haji Berry a goal and a nice pass from Tissot in the 71st that initially had the game tied at 2. But that Carleton brace is what's been the difference right now ever since. Oliveira and Kratz going after it. Last touch by Kevin Kratz. Kratz wanted a foul, didn't get it.
Both Kratz and Ambrose playing deep into this one tonight.
Kevin Broadley requesting a retreat. Charlie Ward having an issue getting it back to Callum Irving with Andrew Carleton in pursuit. And here comes Manella. Gagnon Lapare looking for Howarth and a return, deflected by Bashti. Now throw.
Howarth has dropped into a deeper position, playing more as a right back, but looking to bomb forward whenever he can get there. Mutambala's moved into the wing role.
Here comes Bashti out of traffic. Luis Fernando.
Miss hit.
Outside of the boot on the left. Goes right to Callum Irving, so a quick reset on the near side for Ottawa.
Trying to come across it with the inside of the boot. He catches it with the outside.
Oliveira. Back and forth with Tissot.
Great
Nothing
tackle
there
from Lawrence Wyke.
Nothing there. Up the channel, Conway looking to turn on Boscovich. Last touch by Ottawa, so it'll be a throw right near center line.
What a tackle from Lawrence Wyke inside the 18 as we take another look. Comes across, gets all ball. Oliveira tries to get something out of it. Not happening. Kevin Broadley saw it the whole way.
Fans, you can continue to enjoy the USL and ESPN through the 2022 season. The USL is excited to announce the championship in League One will remain with the leader in sports for 3 more years. ESPN Plus will continue to be the home of all things USL, 19 games a year at least, featured on the ESPN family of networks, including 9 games on ESPN Deportes. Continue to follow, support, and watch your club on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Howarth. Ambrose muscled Mutambala off the ball, and they're going to call Bashti there on Gagnon Lapare.
Not a whole lot Bashti can do as Gagnon Lapare is leaning into him the whole way. And goes for a little bit of the Superman dive at the end.
Haji Berry loses possession. Kratz was looking for Carleton, picked off by Manella. Howarth on the turn.
Gagnon Lapare has been able to find a lot of soft spots in this Atlanta United 2 defense, though. He's finding the gaps between the lines.
Dacus nicely done there to pick it off as it was intended for Haji Berry from Vol Fall, who takes a bit of a swan dive.
It's a heavy touch from Dacus after a nice defensive play, and he's trying to dribble out of trouble, puts himself back into trouble. Comes in a little recklessly. Not sure how much he caught of Volfall. Dacus, the Honduran youth international, played this summer at the World Cup. This time he gets caught in possession. There's not a ton of contact. There would have been. Honestly, okay with that call because Dacus put himself into that position with a bad touch, and he comes in strong. Volfall a little theatrically diving out of the way, but he's going to get hit if he doesn't.
Halfway through minute 82. Howarth setting it up for Ottawa. A lot of bodies in the wall. We've got 6 stripes. Fall, Gagnon Lapare, up and over everything.
Howarth is the best in the league on those. He scored 4 times on free kicks this season, unable to add a 5th one to his tally.
Looks like Stephen Glass is talking to Kevin Barajas, the Atlanta United 2 bench.
Alec Can gets the time-wasting warning. 83rd minute. See who Barajas could be coming in for. Might be Bashti. His first start tonight for Atlanta United 2.
Conway. Bumped Volfall from behind. Atlanta United 2 with possession. Jackson with it. A lot of space. Bashti was there, and Callum Irving interrupted.
Good goalkeeping from Callum Irving. He stands the post, he protects the near post, but then reads the cross well.
Oliveira with a bit of a break. Mo Adams from behind. Haji Berry, Wyke on him. Berry wants to turn the corner, goes down way too easy.
Wyke recovers after Berry initially beat him to the inside.
Manella got there before AC. Charlie Warden, Gagnon Lapare now. Tissot. Volfall tries to hop around and keep possession. He does. Can saves it, pushes it out. Bashti nicely controlled to Luis Fernando.
Bashti and Luis Fernando play out of trouble. Alec Can, that was the best he could do on a dangerous cross low.
Good flick back to Bashti. And back to Luis Fernando with space.
Metcalf charging in on the back post.
Fernando tries to get it past Gagnon Lapare. He cannot. Howarth with it now.
Too many times Luis Fernando's been shut down on those opportunities.
Volfall, a lot of room around him. Kevin Kratz back to defend. Mo Adams to help out. Dacus is there on a whistle.
Volfall. Kratz committed the foul as he was beaten the first time. Kicked it, Volfall. Take another look at that foul. Kratz tried to stand him up, actually grabbed the shirt and kicked at him at the end of it. I think it's the shirt grab that's going to get the free kick.
So Kevin Barajas will now come in here in the 85th, and that'll be the night for Amir Bashti. What'd you think?
Nice first start for Bashti. Looked dangerous the whole time. Created that 3rd goal that ends up being the go-ahead goal. It was good quick thinking from him, catching Irving off his line, and Carlton cleans it up. But Bashti worked hard. He just had a strong defensive play about a minute before he goes off.
And a sub now for Ottawa as well after this set piece. Up in the air by Jackson Conway. AC looking to come down with it. Volfall with the flick, back and forth. Charlie Ward, Jackson Conway, and AC. Goes down, foul Gagnon Lapare.
Carlton knows his team's in trouble. He's not going to have a whole lot of options to dribble himself out of it. Just holds it as best he can to draw the foul.
And that'll be the night for Jeremy Gagnon Lapare. Tiago now coming in.
Gagnon Lapare is a handful, and he had a good match tonight. Put himself in dangerous positions quite often, covered a lot of ground in the central midfield. Tiago, much more of an attack-minded player as Ottawa looks for a 3rd and an equalizer.
1 sub left each side. Carlton heads it up into the air. Howarth is there. quick connections, but Kevin Kratz is there. Give to Jackson Conway.
Good first touch from Conway.
Metcalf scoops it back, and Jackson Conway will track it down in the corner. Back to Captain Jack. Back and forth with Kratz. Back to Conway to try again with space. Looking to get Kevin Kratz moving, and he'll spin. Edge of the area. Conway leaves it for Barajas, but back comes Ottawa.
Conway could have been a little more selfish there. He tries to bring Barajas in. It was Conway who had the better chance, and look.
Great work from Mo Adams there to regain possession for the Stripes. Barajas and Jack Metcalf. Carlton, top of the box, wanted to drive. Nicely defended there by Boscovich. Haji Berry. And here comes Howarth.
Ottawa's built up a nice attack here. Berry isn't able to keep his footing, though, to keep it moving.
Ambrose back to Alec Can. Haji Berry in pursuit. Looking for Luis Fernando. Too much is there. Howarth will collect in the 88th. Boscovich. Vol fall. Jack Metcalf deflects it. Barajas clears it.
Great work from Carlton on the header to Conway.
Conway has Manella to beat. Wants to turn it back in. Step over. Launch with the right over everything.
Jackson Conway unable to create much of an angle. But Andrew Carlton gets a header. Just a flick on from him that gives Conway the opportunity. Also good work from Carlton to really get on his horse and try to give Conway an option as a pass.
89th minute, here comes Vol fall. Pushed off Mo Adams, nicely done.
Mo Adams has been that beast in the midfield that we saw at times for the Chicago Fire. Why Atlanta United goes out to get him when he's available. Frustrates Vol fall into a yellow card.
Almost the full evening for Vol fall, a goal and a yellow. About a minute and a half to go before we figure out how much time is added on. Looks like Stephen Glass wants to use his third sub, and it's probably going to be Guillermo Benitez.
Let's see who for would make sense for it to be for Luis Fernando. Go to a little bit more of a line of 5 and see this out.
Next stoppage, and it's just launched. Picked up by Callum Irving. He'll start it back very quickly with Chris Manella.
Atlanta United 2 still has work to do. Young teams have to learn these lessons. It's getting late. You have the lead, but you still have to work even that much harder to see this out.
Oliveira. Barajas. And here come the Stripes again. Conway. Ooh, heavy tackle by Boscovich.
He walks away. He's wasting Ottawa's time by walking away.
Kevin Broadley wants to have a word.
Everybody wants to have a word.
Yeah.
But this is all, the foul could be a yellow card. You could say it's not a yellow card. It just looks bad. All that's fine. But by walking away and drawing this out, there's been a lot of time wasted that the Fury could use to look for that equalizer. He's not going to see a card. We'll take another look at the tackle now. Conway turns away from trouble. Boscovich doesn't go in showing studs. He goes in strong, and he catches Conway underneath. So Conway comes in and lands on his foot. That's what makes it look really bad. I think no yellow there is fine. Boscovich, I'm just a little surprised that he took so much time to just deal with it and resolve it. If he takes a yellow there, he takes a yellow. That's fine. Arguing about it, delaying time's not going to help his case. It's a hard landing for Conway. Didn't look like anything twisted, and he wasn't hit with the initial tackle. He's up on his feet. because it was a foul against him that led to the trainers coming on, he doesn't have to leave the field. Actually, they are going to make him leave the field because it wasn't a yellow card. He has to leave the field.
3 minutes added initially.
We'll see a little bit more than that.
And there's your final sub. It's the end of the night for Kevin Kratz, who goes a full 90 for all intents and purposes, and Guillermo Benitez will see it out.
Luis Fernando will likely move into the midfield now. Benitez, who we've primarily seen as a left back or a left wing back, will slot into that role.
Good work from Kevin Kratz tonight to get in a full 90.
Yeah, it looked sharp. Kratz looked very sharp. Good to see him picking up these minutes for Atlanta United too. With a very crowded schedule over the next few weeks for Atlanta United, Kevin Kratz is a player who could factor in to a match or two in Major League Soccer and help Atlanta United try to get back to the top of the Eastern Conference.
Wyke sends it forward, looking for Conway up and over Maxime Tissot instead, so it'll be a deep throw in their defensive third for Ottawa to turn it around. Ball fall, Conway on him.
All told, about 2 minutes from the foul on Boscovich to the restart. We'll see how much of that gets added as we're in the 93rd minute now.
Howarth. Looking to send it forward. Mikey Ambrose will be there. Manella intercepts. Ottawa having to restart quickly. There's Boscovich. Wyke.
Big header from Lawrence Wyke.
Conway between the legs to Carlton. What can he do here? And he's got Luis Fernando, who will hold on to it. Now he gives. Benitez on the overlap. Step over hold, not a whole lot of control there, and it's going to end up back with Ottawa quickly.
Benitez tried to pull it back so he could pick out a pass, unable to do so. Ottawa running out of time.
Charlie Ward, fall. Manella. Big right. Over Metcalf. And that's it.
No, offside.
Oh, it's offside. Okay. I just heard the one whistle thinking it was going to be more than that. As you see here, we are 45 seconds and counting into the time that was added.
Alec Can will take his time
Yes,
to bring
he
this
will.
back into play. It's already been warned once.
Yeah.
And now they're asking, well, you know, we're into the 95th minute now.
Yeah. Can sends it forward. Conway with the flick. Manella's there. Irving is there. He's going to restart it. And now it's done. Full points for Atlanta United 2 in a game where they had a 2-0 lead. And it ends up a 3-2 final.
It's a great fight back from Ottawa. They equalize to bring it to 2-2, but it's an immediate response from Amir Bashti and Andrew Carlton with the match winner, following up on the rebound for his second of the night.
2-2 after 71 minutes. And then the man with the brace, it's AC from Kevin Kratz, the flick, and the game winner.
Bashti with the blast. Carlton with the finish.
And we'll come back and put a bow on it. Full points for the Stripes here at Fifth Third. We'll be back in just a bit.
Before you did. I knew your fears, your hopes. I knew what you could accomplish, how great you could be. And I knew just where to take you when you got hurt.
You'll be back out there in no time.
For physical therapists and certified athletic trainers who only work with young athletes, there's Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Sports Medicine. Moms know.
There are never enough hours in the day, so you can't let sniffles, strep, or aches and pains slow you down. But finding great healthcare that fits your schedule can be tricky. With Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens, you can get great same-day care right around the corner. There are 27 locations and counting. all with extended hours and most open 7 days a week. You can book an appointment online to get in, out, and on your way. Visit Piedmont.org/QuickCare now to learn more. Piedmont Quick Care at Walgreens. One stop to better.
Los accidentes suceden sin avisar y conseguir el tratamiento médico que usted o un familiar merece puede resultar difícil si no cuenta con la ayuda de un buen abogado. Por eso nos dedicamos a pelear por sus derechos, asegurándonos que usted no solo reciba la compensación que merece, sino que también reciba la mejor atención médica. Le atendemos en español. 404-888-8888. Bader Law Firm, comprometidos con usted y su familia.
The Fifth Third, big win, full points for Atlanta United 2 tonight, Jason. A great effort all the way around to get full points late in the year with a squad that, because there's some first-teamers there, you wonder about cohesiveness coming out of the blocks.
They found it pretty quickly with an early goal. They also found it with some strong defensive play and good teamwork overall. Let's take a look at the final numbers. Ottawa had the chances with 17 shots, only 7 for Atlanta United 2. But 6 on target for Ottawa, 5 on target for Atlanta United 2. That possession came down a good bit in the second half, but Atlanta United 2 was able for the majority of the match to maintain control of it.
2 goals from Andrew Carlton, one of the fastest goals that we've ever seen here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium, started it off. He got a brace in the second half. Patrick Okonkwo gets the 3rd goal for the Stripes tonight. The homestand is over, but it's a great effort for the Stripes. Tremendous goal to get things started by Andrew Carlton. Alec Can with some great saves along the way to keep everything going for the Stripes. Full points for them. The homestand ends. They now hit the road to take on Tampa a week from tonight. But for Ottawa Fury right now in 8th in the Eastern Conference, their road trip continues. They've got Indy next. What do they do in the playoff hunt? We will be back here for the next home match on the 18th. For Jason Longshore, I'm John Nelson. Play it safe, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Rebroadcast or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.